Bueno, como la vemos, ahí estaba tanto Tani, Goodbye, Charlie, hasta la vista, pelotita. Bueno, tremendo jonrón de Otani, la volvió a sacar Otani. Ahí vemos a Will Smith también diciéndole goodbye, Charlie, a la bola. Eso es su goodbye, Charlie. Ahora, bueno, es una feria de batas. Ahí vemos a Freeman como también le dice que no a la pelota.
McMahon got him. Doing his best Nolan Arenado impression. And then he gets it done with the bat. Bottom eight, still down
de la
5-2.
tercera base de los Colorados Rockies.
To right, upper deck jump, 462 to 5-3 game. His 13th of the season. Evan Phillips looking for his 12th save of the season. Looking to close it out. Rockies down the final stretch. Got him. Gets Ezekiel Tovar. Save number 12 for Phillips. Dodgers win it 5-3. Take 3 of 4 from Colorado. From their 15th win in the last 20 meetings against the Rockies.
At Rickwood Field, 6-5. An unforgettable night in baseball, to say the least. Look at the fireworks. The 24 on the diamond. As St. Louis gets the win by 1, and it was Brendan Donovan who really came out to play. The Alabama native hit a home run to kick things off. Elliot Ramos was great for the Giants. He had a home run, 3 RBI. Wilmer Flores didn't do so bad as well. 1 for 4 with an RBI, but they were not able to complete the comeback. David Simpson and David, on a magical night in Birmingham, where does this game stack up for you in terms of most memorable games?
I was thinking about it while watching the game, and I was part of the first time when baseball did these one-off games, bringing baseball into communities. There was a game at Fort Bragg that the Marlins were a part of. They've played where the Little League World Series is played. And I'll tell you, this game for me was the most memorable regular season game that I've been a part of in 20 years. And why? Not just because Willie Mays passed away only a few days ago, and he was a part of this history in Birmingham, a history of Rickwood Field, but all of the Negro League players who were there, all of whom were talking about Willie Mays, talking about stories, all of the pregame festivities, all of the things that they did during the course of the game. Major League Baseball, along with the Players Association, did this perfectly. Congratulations to both sides for honoring a group of players who are now in the record books, as just this year, Negro League records are now part of Major League Baseball records.
Right, Major League, they corrected their wrongs, and it was a beautiful display on air to see the way they showed tributes to those Negro League players. And how about the black and white filter that they put on? I'm sure that really gave you chills, no?
They, in the 5th inning, they did something interesting. They showed the game the way it would have been showed back in the 1950s. And we may take it for granted. It's been 70 years, and look what we're doing. We can watch the game on our phone. We can watch the game in high definition. And when you look at the camera angles that were available then, and the black and white coverage and the sound of the crowd, you realize the progress, but you realize how fortunate we were to have even pictures back then. So, for example, we could see Willie Mays make that unbelievable catch over his shoulder, but clearly there have been some amazing improvements in 70 years.
Absolutely. Now, getting to the actual game, how did you like the way the Cardinals held off the Giants after they came out to a 3-0 lead and they able to close the deal with Ryan Helsley shutting the door on San Francisco?
Well, they got themselves back to 500, and they've got maybe the best closer in the game right now. I think he blew his first save of this year and then has saved 25 straight. What's interesting, though, when you look at the lineups, both for the Giants and for the Cardinals, when you put your team together in spring training or during the off season, I don't think either of the GMs or team presidents or owners imagined these lineups as they were. That said, as we're a little over a month until the trade deadline, both race where mediocrity is reigning supreme. But getting back to 500, that's what you want for your team, because you figure you can go from there. And with Arenado not playing, having just been hurt, the Cardinals are saying to themselves, we got to get help somewhere. And they're now getting it from different parts of the lineup, which is interesting. If you've got good bullpen help, you've got yourself a chance. But again, look at these two teams, not what anyone would have expected coming into the season.
I sure wouldn't have, but here we are. And Dave, we really appreciate your time, always giving us some of the best insight on MLB baseball. The highlights from the first ever MLB game played at Rookwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. What a day and night.
Wrapping up their series in the Bronx, the beasts of the East. Yankees won the opener, then the O's rallied in extras on Wednesday. Baltimore making history on Thursday. Yankees sending Luis Field to the bump. 9-0 in his last 11 starts with a 1.64 ERA. Last month, he shut down the Orioles. On this day, he did not shut down the Orioles. Top two already up 1-0, make it 3-0. Cedric Mullins, 2-run homer. Just the beginning of Heel's struggles. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Ryan Mountcastle, and he unloads the bases. All 3 runs score to give the Orioles a 6-0 lead, and the Yankees in some serious trouble early. After a walk and a single, the bases are loaded again. Heel facing Jordan Westburg, and Heel just did not have command at all. Hits Westburg, walks in another run. It's 7-0 O's, and that'll do it for Heel. Previous 9 starts, 7 earned. Thursday, an inning and a third, 7 earned. Still remains
totalmente Luis Gil, desde ese comenzaron las pesadillas.
Bottom 3 down 8-1. All rise. Welcome back, kid. Aaron Judge, 2-run homer. His 27th of the season, most in the bigs. The hand is all good. Okay, but the O's offense also still good. Anthony Santander, 2 on, 2 outs. He delivers 3-run shot. 11-3 Baltimore. He's 19th of the season, 5th in his last 6 games. Top 7, Austin Hayes in on the action. Orioles win big, 17-5. 17 runs on 19 hits. O's most runs scored in a game this season. Yankees most runs allowed in a game this season. Gleyber Torres left this game with groin tightness, not expected to be major. The Orioles with a major win in the Bronx, though. The 17 runs, most by the O's at Yankee Stadium since 1986. And looky here, things tightening in the AL East as we're heating up.